the first drive for the Vikings. It was not a great day for the Bengals. Period. End of sentence. Jake Browning was absolutely eaten up by this Vikings defense, specifically by a man named Rodgers, Isaiah Rodgers. That is an 87-yard pick six brought all the way back. Vikings would take a 14-0 lead on that play. Second quarter, Jake Browning tries to dump it off to his tight end, Noah Fant. This thing gets bobbled. Rodgers scoops and scores for a 66-yard touchdown. Vikings were on to just battle test the Bengals. 48-10 is your final. Rodgers becomes the first NFL player in history to have 2+ forced fumbles and 2 touchdowns of any kind in the same game in a half. That lady drove all the way down to Duluth to see that product for the Bengals. Who else did that if in the NFL history? Isaiah Rodgers, and who else? We're going to tell you next on GMFB. Until then, guys, that sets up for a nice, happy plane ride for the Vikings. They arrive in Dublin, Ireland on Friday to play their first of 2 games in Europe. I'm going to be joined by Joe Davis, Greg Olsen, Pam Oliver. Frankly, I get to join those guys. What am I saying? Manti, they're taking on the Steelers. How was their Sunday?
Well, talking about Rodgers, I know everybody thought you were mentioning this guy, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers would enter this game tied for 4th all-time in passing TDs with Brett Favre. But we're going to go to the third quarter, and Ramondre Stevenson fumbles the ball. This would be his 2nd fumble of the day. The New England Patriots had 4 total fumbles yesterday. It was a turnover fest for the New England Patriots. I know he wasn't happy. We weren't happy as well. But fast forward to the 4th quarter, Aaron Rodgers hits Calvin Austin for a touchdown. The game was tied at that point, 14-14. They went up 21-14. The ensuing Patriots possession is 4th and 1 on the Patriots. They're going to go for it. They're going to hit Pop Douglas, but he runs backwards, guys, and is short of the first down. The Steelers will win this game 21-14. Mike Tomlin and the Patriots, and the Steelers, they really love what happened yesterday for them.
Aaron Rodgers leads the NFL in touchdown passes, tied with Caleb Williams. Guys, there they are, 120 degrees. I love a shot of a thermometer. And I love a shot of a blocked field goal. It was blocked Sunday. The Jets come all the way back in this game. Improbably, they're going to take the lead on a block, scoop, and score. Oh, my God. Aaron Glenn goes absolutely nuts on the sideline. It's fun. The Jets are back. And then Baker says, nah, give me the ball. Let's get the hell out of here. We're going to go up top to the rookie, Egbuka, who we talk about every single week, is on pace to win Rookie of the Year. I'm not even kidding. This is with Mike Evans out. He had to leave the game with a hamstring. Field goal, unblocked, bam, see you later. Jets 0-3, Bucks 3-0. A game that Tampa dominated, and the Jets came running in the 4th quarter. We'll talk about it, and actually took the lead, and it was going to be a really cool result. And then Baker said enough. Bucko Bruce is here. He's got a knife in his mouth. I'm not losing for him. 29-27. And after the game, Baker on the Bucks' 3rd straight 4th quarter comeback. Mr. Resilient.
Resilient group, we stick together, and just the whole team. You know, when one part of it, one phase of it's, a little bit down, others got to pick it up and be there for you, and that's what this team's all about. We support each other no matter what. But yeah, it's a resilient, mentally tough group.
Baker, more impressed with the Emeka Egbuka's one-handed catch or the big catch he had on the last drive?
One-hand catch. He's disrespecting my passes downfield with one hand. Rookies.
Time for a wake-up call presented by Verizon. Bucks moved to 3-0, but the thing is, those 3 wins all were accomplished by a total of 6 points. It's close. It's by the teeth on the sword, if you will, for the Buccaneers, but they always get the job done. The Jets, that was simply heartbreaking, Kyle. However, that quarterback at the podium, whether it's on the game-winning drive or answering questions like that, he's always got a bit of a snark, and he's got style to it as well.
Yeah, and he wins every week in the same exact fashion. You can just tune in, and whether it's in the early window or prime time or whatever, the Bucks are going to be down late, and Baker's just going to be like, no big deal, I'll come back. Do you understand? Like, that blocked field goal was a tidal wave of a play. Tampa Bay just completely blew the game. It was an all-time highlight. The opposing coach is literally dancing on the sideline, and Baker's like, okay, so Big Mike's out. I got like a minute and something left. I'll throw to some rookie receiver and Sterling Shepard. It's like, no big deal. It's fine. Baker Mayfield this year, just a couple facts, guys. He has not thrown an interception this year. Through 3 games, he has 0. He takes care of the ball. He wins. He runs for about 40 yards a game. It's always this guy kind of cool run where he breaks the pocket. Completed 2 passes to Sterling and to the rookie, and then it's to see you later. They could have lost to the Falcons. They could have lost to Houston. They could have lost to the Jets. That's a lot of could have, and it's not actually happening every week. One of the best players right now in the NFL. We don't do quarterback tiers on this show, but if we did, it's like, what more do you want from him? Protects the ball, throws downfield, checks it down, runs, playing MVP level football. I hate to say the letters MVP now that we're going into week 4, but the Bucs are 3-0, and they just looked right in the face of an embarrassing loss, and Baker's like, dink, I got it. Manti, tell me differently.
No, I'm not going to tell you differently because I totally agree with you, KB. I also want to say that Buccaneers defense continues to produce for them at a very high rate, making it very uncomfortable. Obviously, they get this pick 6 by Zion McCollum. Guys, it's like when you have a defense that can keep you in the game, you know, it wasn't looking pretty all the time for the Buccaneers offense. Those jerseys were pretty, that's for sure. But it was a defense that continued to just wreak havoc, not only in the backfield, in the pass game, getting an interception. Levante David gets his sack. Like, how many years does he have? Like, guys, this defense has always been the foundation of this team. And now when you pair that up with somebody like Baker and the things that he's done late in games, Willie, this is what creates 3-0. This is what creates multiple NFC South championships, and it's looking like it's going to be the same this year, just early.
Yeah, credit the Bucs for a scrappy win. My heart breaks for the Jets. Aaron Glenn said at the post game, and he goes, "Hey, we're not the same old Jets." But they look like the same old Jets. They don't have competent quarterback play. They struggle to get off the field on third down. And at the end of games, they're just unable to finish. I'm at the end, when the fourth quarter came, I was on an emotional roller coaster. I was like, we're finally in this game. We finally have a chance to win something. And when you look at the Jets right now, they don't have the answers. And when they do find the answers, it's too late in the test. Todd Bowles knows that he blitz. He's going to blitz the paint off you. But when it comes down to it, man, you have to be able to finish games. When you let Baker Mayfield at the end get on the last drive, scamper for 30 yards, and then hand the ball off to a kicker for a game-winning field goal, that seems what the Jets do. It seems like the same old Jets. So Aaron Glenn has a lot to figure out. Tyler Anstrange, the offensive coordinator, he's grown into the position. But right now, my heart breaks for the Jets.
What do you think about this, Willie? I've seen some takes this morning that the way that he handled himself, Aaron Glenn, after the loss, even when it was over, there's a shot of him clapping, he's kind of smiling. And I understand the subtext is that we fought and we didn't give up and some other Jets would have. But then there's the whole you are what your record says you are, they're 0-3. Like, where do you wash out on all that?
Well, at the end of the day, it comes down to wins and losses. They lost the game, right? And if you watch most of that game, they didn't realize what they needed to do to late in the fourth quarter. They were fortunate enough to get the big field goal blocked by Will McDonald. But overall, man, this team they're starting to get injured. I mean, Sauce Gardner was in and out of the lineup. Quincy Wilson got hurt, and so they're really trying to find themselves right now. I don't know if they have the answers.
All right, the Bucs. It's a fancy when the number is 3 in front of your 0, and it's not great when the number 3 is after your 0. That's the tale of 2 teams right there. We still have a lot to get to on GMFB. Like at the end of this hour, we got to rewind that, grab your remotes. And there was a trivia about a Vikings defensive player. You're going to find out the answer next on our show. We'll be right back.
These dishes just